Hello guys, welcome to this video. Today with my partner Jennifer and we are going to talk about the oral arguments. So in this video, we are going to give some definitions, some examples, and some specific rules or requirements to have a good oral argument. So let's start first with this question. You probably have this question in mind. What is an oral argument? In simple words, an oral argument is a presentation of a specific topic. This means is when a speaker makes a presentation on a topic, on a specific topic, to his audience. Okay, imagine that this is the audience here and this is the speaker. That's the definition of an oral argument. Now, we are going to answer this question. What is the objective of an oral argument? It's very simple. The objective of an oral argument is to convince your audience. This means that this speaker needs to convince their audience. Okay, they need to have good arguments to convince their audience. Now, this leads us to this question: who gives an oral argument? Well, an oral argument can be made by a lawyer, by a leader, a politician, and even a teacher, because the teacher sometimes needs to give an oral argument in an audience, in an auditorium, in a classroom, etc. Okay, so what is the uses of oral arguments? The uses of oral arguments is used, for example, in debates, in presentations, or even, or well, the most famous TED Talks. In this program, the speaker talk with oral arguments, and the speaker convince their audience that speaker are talking about of something. Okay, so knowing this, we need to know about the rules or the requirements to have a good oral argument, because this is not like, oh yes, I don't know, I'm gonna talk about this topic, I don't care the people, I don't care my audience, I don't care anything. No, you need to develop some skills before to give or to make a oral argument presentation. So the first rule that we can find on the book is the ask for a hearing. Hearing is, in Spanish, is like the audiencia. Okay, so this is the most obvious answer, is that when you want to make an oral argument, you are asking for a hearing. Yes, you want to be heard. Yes, you want to be listened. and at least, well, you want to be listened with respect and at least with an open-minded. Yes, but in some cases, uh, your listeners don't your listeners don't respect you. Yes, maybe they don't respect you. Maybe they are not interested. Maybe they are not interested in your topic. Yes, in your topic and that you are going to talk about. Uh, so in that case, you need to create a connection, a kind of connection, a connection with your public. Yes. So I'm gonna draw the speaker here with his audience here. So the speaker needs to create a kind of connection with their audience. This is the audience, okay? Uh, and one way to reach out is is through your own enthusiasm. Well, the enthusiasm of a speaker, okay? The speaker needs to have enthusiasm to well, to prevent this. Yes, the speaker don't need this. They need to avoid this or prevent this. Yes, they need to have enthusiasm with their audience, enthusiasm with their audience here. Uh, this means that you need to create, well, that you need to create your audience and interest in your topic. Yes, you need to create an interest in your topic. Yes, you need to create an interest on your listeners in your topic. Yes. Uh, for example, you can increase your energy when you're talking, and especially when you refer your topic that is going to be discussed. For example, in the chapter of oral arguments, the author gives us a good example. This is the example I'm gonna read. Okay, this is uh, this is where the words that a speaker uh, are saying before to yes to talk about his topic. Okay, so the speaker says, I appreciated the chance to speak to you today. In this talk, I want to put forward a new idea on the subject of student exchange programs. It's a proposal I find exciting and inspiring, and I'm hoping that by the end you will too. Okay, this is a good example to yes to keep in mind. On the other hand, uh, is never speak uh, badly. Okay, never speak badly uh, to your audience. Yes, never do that. Yes, because they may not know what you are going to talk about. So don't be, for example, don't be arrogant. Yes, uh, or coincided with them. Yes, don't think don't think you're don't think yourself superior uh, than them. Again, approach your audience from enthusiasm. Yes, that's you need to do. You need this enthusiasm. Um, well, respect your audience uh, always. Yes, you need to respect your audience. And well, then, and also respect yourself, obviously. You are there. Remember that you are there because you have something to offer. Okay, gonna yes, and they and they are there either because they want to hear it or because it is required by their jobs or studies. Uh, and also, you don't need to apologize for taking their time. Just thank them for listening and use the time well. The other the other requirement is this topic. uh, be fully present. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the speaker here, the audience here. Okay, perfect. So remember that your audience is there to see you. Okay, your audience is there to see you. Remember that. Uh, so be present. Okay, don't try to avoid them. Always look your audience. Always look your audience and maintain a connection with them during the audience. Okay, that's the important. That's important. And also speak, for example, confidently. Yes, speak confidently. Speak with expression. Don't speak like uh, you are reading a book or your ideas or like a robotic conversation or something like that. Just be fluent. That's you need to have. Be fluent with your audience. Okay. Uh, Simple talk with your audience is as if they were your friends from work or college. So well, don't forget that. And now my partner Jennifer are gonna talk about the other three requirements to have a good oral argument. So go ahead, Jennifer.
Okay, thanks. Following rule is signpost energetically. And first, you have know that the speaker is the piece for everyone, and to be considered considered because you must bear in mind that your listeners cannot stop and think it. They cannot choose one or other argument or choose to drop it um, entirely and moving on to something else as it is done when reading. On the other hand, on the whole oral arguments need to offer more signposting and repetition than written arguments. Also, you may need to summarize the argument more fully, and then you need to refer more regularly back to the summary, or what Rule 36 called the roadmap. And for example, for your summary, use labels like here is my basic argument. And for your premises, as the argument turns, say something like we come now to the second, third, fourth basic premise of my argument. And finally, summarize again at the end. Mm, the pause to mark important transition and give people time to think. Other important thing is signpost the key points so that it shows that you know that people are listening hard and that may want or need the key points signposted. Signposted. For example, you can do this repeating the key points word for word, or at least mark them out in some way and make it clear that and why you are doing so. This method especially alert to your audience at important transition. And don't forget to look around and make sure that most of your hearers are ready to move with you. This in order to communicate it better and make your audience feel that you care about their understanding. The next rule is hue your visual to your argument. This rule say that some visuals can help you with your presentation. Okay, let's review the following list. Maybe your argument is complex, so hand out an outline. And if you are presenting it in parts, you can use slides, can highlight the various parts as you move to them. Um, the slides is an effective way to signpost. Also, to use a short video can illustrate a key point among other things. Ask for a show of hands on some subjects, the other words. That will be basically audience participation. And two, you can read briefly from a book or article, but don't become a reader to slides. Be careful. This can will become to distractions and can be a disaster. Remember that the rule 43 say that your argument is the key thing. You can use code, shape, visual elements, but this should be consistent with the argument. It's very important not to lose sight of the argument. And finally, the final rule is end in style. The first uh, element is end on time. It's important that you must take into account how much time you have. It is some that you should know. Two, when to finish, so as not to bore the audience. Know wear yourself out. To finish, to you should know that is a good idea and a bad idea. Mm, yes, give a good conclusion and give thanks. On the other hand, no, come to a rousing end and end on a high note with flair or a flourish. Thank you very much for seeing us. We hope you like.